Is it any mystery that he hardened his heart, that he raised the emotional ramparts? And most of all, is it any wonder why he pushed his sons so hard to succeed as performers so that they could be saved from what he knew to be a life of indignity and poverty? I have begun to see that even my father's harshness was a kind of love, an imperfect love, be sure, but it was love nonetheless. He pushed me because he loved me, because he wanted no man to ever look down on his offspring. And now, with time, rather than bitterness, I feel blessing. In the place of anger, I have found absolution. And in the place of revenge, I have found reconciliation. And my initial fury has slowly given way to forgiveness. And that's what I'm asking all of us to do tonight. Live up to the 5th of the 10 Commandments. Honor your parents by not judging them. Give them the benefit of the doubt. That is why I want to forgive my father and to stop judging him. I want to forgive my father because I want a father, and this is the only one that I've got. I want the weight of my past lifted from my shoulders, and I want to be free to step into a new relationship with my father for the rest of my life, unhindered by the goblins of the past. In a world filled with hate, we must still dare to hope. In a world filled with anger, we must still dare to comfort. In a world filled with despair, we must still dare to dream. And in a world filled with distrust, we must still dare to believe. Michael Jackson. I'm almost finished. Can you be patient with me a little bit? I love this brother. And I feel a deep sense of personal loss. We had a quiet relationship. And he would call me on New Year's Day to wish me well and send me big bouquet of fruit in a huge bowl. And when we would close, I would say, "I love you, Michael." He said, "I love you more." And Michael wanted to fight the powers that were controlling him and trying to steal his legacy. Michael was a wise young man. When he bought for $35 million, I think it was, the master recordings of his own music and half of a 750,000 song catalog that includes music by the Beatles, Elvis Presley, Bob Dylan, the Staple Singers, Neil Diamond, and the Jonas Brothers. That means anytime they play any of those songs, he gets paid. That catalog that he had is worth more than $1 billion. And naturally, see, what you don't understand about the enemy, when they fear you, the first thing they must do is destroy your reputation, then destroy your wealth, And if you're still alive, we can have him then. Because he's no more, has no more money. He's a broken man. You can have him now. Look, Michael owned Little Richard's catalog. And according to our great brother, Dick Gregory, he said when Michael brought the rights to Little Richard, the architect of rock and roll, Michael returned to Little Richard the rights to his music free of charge. Now, I would like to tell you about Michael Jackson's money. See, knowing something about him just before he died, his final concert tour called This Is It. If you watch the short video of his talk and then what he was singing, Michael said, "This is it." This was to be the end for him as a performer. Michael has written over 200 songs that have never been recorded. Michael, I watched him, and the wise of the enemy, they watch him too. Michael said, "This is it." I don't know what that means to you. But I know what it meant to me. And the enemy watching knows what it meant too. When he raised his fist, see, what you don't know, Michael is a warrior. And when he raised his fist, he was telling all the would-be's and the wanna-be, my crown is like Michael Jordan's jersey. Nobody can wear my number when I finish. You hang it up. You put my crown on the shelf because it's the unreachable star. It's the unattainable goal. But I'm going to show the world that I am Michael Jackson and I'm fighting for my legacy. This is it. And then when you watched him on the stage, see, he's in a militant. Looked like an FOI, They didn't tell you what he was singing, but in the end, if you looked at his mouth, he said, "They don't care about us." Now, Peter King, the congressman from New York, just listen to what this criminal said. He's a circumcised heathen.